Hey everyone, my name is Imelda Jimenez Lamar and I'm a product photography coach helping handmade sellers learn how to shoot product photos that sell online. And today I'm going to be talking about props because I know it's an area that many of you guys have questions on, and it's also really important to product photography because the cool thing about props is it can really bring your product to life in a way that like a standard product photo might not. And it can also help tell the story and invoke a lot of feelings for your customer, which is ultimately a really great way to connect with your customer. So hopefully some of these tips can help you think about what kind of props you might want to use when you take your own product photos. So first off, you need to remember that your product is the star of the photo, and anything else that you include needs to be there for a reason. I often see product photos that have props that don't make sense for what they're selling or the brand that the business is. So you need to make sure that there's some type of connection, that it has something to do with like maybe the ingredients of the product or the feeling that having that product will have for your customer. But yes, make sure that there's a reason why there's a prop in the photo. A thing I also see commonly with product photography when it comes to props is using too many props and too many things. It can make your photo look really cluttered and really busy, and it just doesn't really help in making your product stand out, because when you have other elements, your customer is going to be looking at all the other things going on in your photo, and you want to make sure that your product photo is focused on your product and that it makes it easy for your customer to say, oh, this is the product they want me to look at, right? You don't want them looking at, what's going on in the background and, all these other things that could be happening in your product photos. So make sure that you aren't using a bunch of props and creating more distraction for your customer. The other thing I tend to see with product photography and props is the product is like 1% of the photo. And this tends to even happen even just in regular photography is, somebody's trying to shoot the overall scene of a place, and they're trying to take a photo of somebody in it to show, hey, this is, this person's here. But the person takes up like 1% of the photo, and you're not looking at the person, you're looking at everything else, right? So you want to make sure that you get really close to your product and to make sure that it continues to remain the subject of your photo, and that it makes it easy for your customer to say like, oh, it's got this like nice, feel in this photo, but clearly I'm still looking at the product. So I really recommend, to get really close to your product and these types of photos, and also to make sure that, you zoom in if you have that option and you're not using your phone. So I hope some of these tips can really help you think about, how to use props in your product photos. And let me know in the comments below if you do use props in your photos, what kind of things do you use? I would love to hear. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.